I don't know if it's for show. I think it's because they are dumb as fuck.
Yo, you might be one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. He's just an idiot. Oh, Ilia Topurias just had an interview with Ariel Halwani on his show, and I know it's gotta be good. It must be. Even though Ariel's dusty, I gotta watch Topuria because he's the best. Trust me. Yeah, baby, yeah. Trust me, When Ilia used to always get on the mic, I'm the best. Trust me. I used to be like, yeah. Shut up, dude. He used to only say that. I'm glad that his vocabulary a little bit expand. I saw clips of this. I have not watched the full interview, but I've saw clips of this and things he was saying about Arman and things he was saying about Islam. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of it all, guys. Let's actually analyze this. Let's break down Ilia's confidence that I think is warranted in some cases. And then sometimes I think he's just talking to talk. sometimes Ilia just says words because why not speak? So we're just gonna break this down. I don't want to stall too much. Let's get straight into it. Ariel Halwani, people can say what he wants about him. At least he gets people on the shows. Ariel does a good job promoting. I'll give him that. That's the only thing I could give him, though. All right, but without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's watch the things that Ilia Topurias has to say.
There he is.
I love the introduction.
Ilia,
I loved it.
It has been
How are you doing?
I have been bothering your team. I've been bothering your team a lot about having.
You're never bothering. I'm so sorry. I wanted to join you many times, but I was going through a lot of things.
Sure.
And
True.
Yeah, but here we are.
Here we are, and we're very appreciative and grateful that you're here. How are you doing, Ilia? How are you doing?
Very good, very good. Finally in Miami, finishing my training camp here, working as always. I'm very happy, very grateful with every breath that gives me life,
Of course. Sometimes in life you say, how are you to someone when you see them, but it just kind of means nothing. I want to reiterate the how are you, because you have been through a lot recently, and I don't want to go into the personal stuff, but your fans were wondering and worried about you and wondering when you would come out. So look, come out of all this.
Better than ever.
Good.
Ariel, better than ever. Yeah, I had go through a lot of things.
Happy for him.
I had my ups and downs, but now I'm perfect, ready to rock and roll.
Do you feel like you have a new lease on life now?
Yeah, exactly. I feel that I'm in a different point, and I have grown so much in this last month since my last fight. I have learned so many things, so can't wait to fight again, to be inside that octagon.
Do you feel like you've missed it? It's been
I'm not gonna lie. The more I hear things like this, Justin Scrooge, Justin's gonna get Justin's gonna get the worst version, but the best version of Ilia Topurias. And man, poor Justin. Justin can't catch a break, Every time he wins an interim, then Habib's next, then Ilia's next. Poor guy.
Time you will have fought, it will be almost exactly a year between fights for you, and you weren't injured necessarily. Exactly. So do you feel like you have an itch, like you really missed all?
To be honest, I missed it at some point. I missed it. I don't really miss the weight cut and all that, even if at this point I don't have to cut so much as when I was fighting in the featherweight division.
Sure.
But this is actually I would say the only time that I've been able to enjoy the whole process. I'm so happy to going through this preparation with my team, finishing the training camp in Miami, surrounded with great people. So I feel very happy, and ready to go.
You're still about 2 months away. Why come to Miami around 2 or so months before the fight?
I'm not gonna lie, Ariel's doing a whole lot of yapping. Get to the point.
And I want to ask you about some of those things, but also last fall you predicted, you wrote on Twitter, you will be on the White House card, right? You said it long before this fight card was even made. Can I ask first and foremost, why did you feel so strongly that you would be on the card?
It sounds a little bit cocky, but I feel that I'm one of the biggest names right now that the UFC has. So if they are going to have one of the biggest events in their history, they are going to have they have to have their biggest stars in that card. So I knew it since the first moment that event was announced that I will be in that card.
I'm not surprised that you're on the card, but I will tell you, I was surprised they
Me neither.
Okay, I know that. But I will tell you, I was surprised they put you in the main event. And I'll explain why. Not because you're not deserving, but because, as you know, this is the White House and it's America's birthday. And I think there's a very good chance you win this fight in a very violent fashion. And I didn't think that the White House would want a non-American to knock out an American in the main event.
He's making a good point, but this is some crazy glaze, eh? Like he's a good way to sprinkle in the glaze. He's right though. Justin Gaethje, you know, he might something bad might happen in there, like very bad. Oh man, Gaethje, get out of there, man. You gotta dip. Gaethje gotta pull out or something because he's gonna get done the worst way.
The White House lawn, you know what I mean, from a symbolic standpoint, and so they're kind of playing with fire here. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And are you somewhat 100%. Surprised?
I understand it. I would love to give you the answer why they decide to put me as a main event. I don't have it, unfortunately. But what I know is that I'm gonna be the main event.
Yes, and
that's the most important thing.
You know, there's no doubt the UFC has said this isn't a political event, and I understand where they're coming from where they say this, but you do represent Spain and Georgia.
Get to the
point. Will you be able to do so at the White House? You know, the Spanish Prime Minister, not the biggest fan of the current regime. Like, do you get questions about that back home, about how you're going to represent Spain in such an important part of America?
I don't really understand the question, but
it's just dumb questions. I'm skipping. Like, this is what hey, Ariel, stop asking stupid political questions. Get to the fucking business. Damn it. Oh, chincha. Ooh.
Okay.
I don't know.
When you were watching Justin fight Paddy, were you rooting for Paddy because of your history, so that he would be the next guy that you fight?
Normally, I'm the kind of guy that in my head, whatever's gonna happen is good for me. But yeah, I was at some point I was rooting for Paddy because I was thinking that fight will be much bigger than the Justin fight.
True.
But everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean?
Were you surprised that the fight played out that way?
I was a little surprised. Yeah, I was a little surprised of how bad Paddy really is.
Yo, I've been saying Paddy was so bad. Bro, guys, not even just Paddy, respectfully to Gaethje, guys. I don't know if you guys remember how sloppy that fight was. I remember watching that fight like, oh my goodness. You know, I'm not a fan of, I know people aren't a fan of when I say this. I don't think some fights should be legalized though. Like, there's no way, like those guys slipping and sliding all over each other, going in there with a technician. Oh, chicha. I actually think Gaethje's going to have to low kick and run. Like, if you guys remember what he did against Khabib, how he got out that first round, he was literally low kicking Khabib and running full speed away. He should do that against Ilia. I think he'll last a bit longer, but I remember watching Paddy versus Gaethje and just thinking to myself, oh my God, like there's no way you could legally put those two in a ring with this 5'2" Mexican. Nigga said Mexican. This 5'2" Spaniard. Damn it. You can't put him in the ring with him. I'm just saying.
You weren't expecting that. Were you expecting him to win?
I was expecting him to win, to be honest. I was expecting him to take Justin down, to, I don't know, to do a different fight, like to really fight. But what he did inside the octagon in that fight, it surprised me a little bit. He really proved that he's a little sausage.
Do you think he can rebound from this?
Rebound from what? From a lose, of course, but how he's gonna gain the skills, the technique in the sport, like that's basically impossible. He needs to die and be burned again.
Yo, he's actually one of the funniest. He's actually one of the funniest fighters. You know, I don't know why. Okay, because people, especially like the Islam fans in my community, they're like, oh, you can't like Islam and Ilia. Shut up! Shut up! Don't ever in your life tell me who I should like or not. Dude, like, if you're likable, you're likable. Ilia just happens to be really likable and really funny. He just said Paddy has to die and be born again. And he's not lying, dude. And what I like about, like, matter-of-fact fighters, one thing about me, I'll be real, there's something about fighters who are, like, matter-of-fact in interviews. Like, Islam's like that, Khabib was like that, Arman's like that a bit. Ilia's like that. They just literally say what they feel and they don't sugarcoat it. It's something about it, you know. I just respect it. And he's so right. Paddy is so garbage. Paddy's so garbage. Oh, Paddy's so bad.
the skills, the technique in the sport. Like that's basically impossible. He needs to die and be burned again.
Do you think at any point your path, it seemed like you were so close to crossing paths, and now obviously you're on a different trajectory. Do you think at any point you will meet him at this point?
Now he's too far. Now he's too far. We don't see Paddy in the horizon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't say him anymore. Bye, Paddy.
Horizon. He said horizon. I
didn't even have to go inside the octagon to beat him. So that feels even a little bit better, to be honest.
Obviously, a lot was said about the potential fight against Islam. Could I ask you regarding that? Were you going to have to give up the lightweight title in order to fight him if that fight came to fruition for June 14th?
Of course.
What you said?
Were you going to have to give up the lightweight belt if they were going to book you versus Islam? Were you going to have to give up the lightweight belt, or are they going to let you keep it?
Not really. They would let me keep it.
Okay, because usually these days, like
this is a completely different situation than the situation that I had when I was fighting in the featherweight division. Like I was very honest to them when I wanted to move up. I was like, listen, I want to live this belt because I'm never gonna come back to the featherweight division.
Makes a good point, eh? He makes a good point because when I remember when he was leaving featherweight, he's like, I can't cut this weight ever again in my life. I'm going up. So I'm assuming what he's saying by this, I have to keep listening, but I think he's saying that when he leaves 155 to fight Islam, if it happens, he would go back down to 155. So it looks like 170 if he does fight Islam's more like a one-time thing, whereas when he went up from 145 to 155, he said, I literally cannot physically make this weight anymore. I'm on my deathbed. So that makes sense. Okay. Which is interesting because it kind of seems like if he is going to fight Islam, I already kind of knew this, but at 170, he would be at a disadvantage because it's not as natural. Like, it doesn't feel as natural to him in weight. But the fact that he's saying that, is interesting.
Because I really want to change the weight class. But if I will move up to the welterweight division, it's going to be different because after that fight, I would come back to the lightweight division.
So we've heard, you talk about your tweets. I've seen Islam's tweets. I've seen your manager, Malki Kawa's tweets, one of your managers. Ali Abdelaziz, Dana White. Can you tell, what is the real story? Why isn't this fight happening on June 14th?
Okay, before he even answers this, I solved it. I figured out what it was. They gave Ilia's camp Islam's name, right, guys? And then Islam's team said, sure, we're done. We're down for that. Cool, perfect. And then Ilia said, no, I need more money. Or no, I will not fight Islam. I need more money. But Ilia's, his manager also said he didn't only say no to Islam. He said no to Gaethje and these other guys too. Like he's like, no, I need more money. And then they told Islam's team, he said no, he needs more money, right? So Islam's team's like, all right, screw that guy. We'll fight someone else. He's scared. He needs more money. He doesn't want to fight us. And then after that, apparently it actually happened that Islam did have an injury, but that happened like days after that Islam confirmed. And then after that injury happened, Ilia's team, you're like, you know what? F it, bro. We'll fight Islam for this amount of money because you raised it a bit. So we're just fighting for this amount of money. But by then, Islam's hand was already hurt. So it seems like a weird timing thing. But the narrative that either guy ducked is a little bit weird. But if there was a narrative that someone ducked, I would say it's more so Ilia's team. But is that really ducking or is that asking for more money? I'll let people be in the comments be the judge. Because honestly, I don't think they're scared of each other, man. Either guy. Like, I just don't think so. I don't mind Ilia asks for more money. If I had to go up and wait and fight someone who's better than me, okay, now they're going to get the Ilia fan. Oh, man, he's not better than him. I would ask for more money. I'm not going to risk my O and all this shit. I would ask for more money. But, yeah, let's see what he says.
Listen, I don't know the real story. What I know is that since the first phone call that I get, I had like two options, Islam and Justin Gaethje. And we said like, we want Islam because it's bigger fight and all that. Then the day before that they were like about to announce the event, they called me in the middle of the night. They wake me up and they told me Islam is injured. Something happens with his hand or I don't know what, and you are gonna fight Justin. Like Malki Kawa, he had to go like through a lot of negotiations, like with every fight that we close, and finally I'm fighting Justin. That's the story from my side.
It's very interesting that he left out the initial part that they first turned on Islam. But if I was him, I would leave it out too. Just saying. I think Ariel might bring it up. We'll see.
That's all I know.
When you came to that realization, were you disappointed?
Not really. As I told you before, like whatever happens, it's good for me. It's Islam good. It's Justin good. The result is gonna be the same.
Were you told in the aftermath of this?
Oh, I don't know. There's something about his confidence. I'm jacking. There's something about his confidence. I'm jacking. Like I like it. I like it. It's good that he believes these things. You know, whether I agree or disagree, he believes it. So who gives a shit what I think?
Hey, you win this fight. He wins his next fight. Maybe we'll do this the end of the year. We still want to do this fight.
No one told me anything about it.
What is your plan? What is your hope?
My goal as a sportsman is always to achieve great things in the sport. So, what bigger can you achieve as a sportsman to collect the third belt? So, I would love to defend my belt against Justin, and then have the opportunity to move up in the welterweight division and get my third belt. That will be my perfect scenario. But who knows?
If you did go up and it goes well for you at 170, would you want to stay?
It will go well for me.
I apologize.
Sure.
I apologize. Would you stay there, or would you go back? Do you feel like 55 is your best class?
Like lightweight division is my best weight class. Like this is that's the weight class that I belong to. But you never know. You know what I mean? I never thought in my life that I one day I would want to move up in the welterweight division. But now you see like the whole situation that is basically forced me to move up, because we have a guy in the welterweight division who was fighting in the lightweight division, dominating everyone. And I think that everyone wants to see that fight. So no one knows what's going to happen tomorrow.
Do you think he left
the only thing I know is that I'm going to be prepared. Whenever the opportunity appears, I will be ready.
Do you think he left the lightweight division because he didn't want to fight you?
Be as for real as possible, Ariel. But I know Ariel's character, you know. Now Ariel's just stirring the pot. He has to do it. Okay, I get it. But be so for man. I left because Ilia was coming up. Shut your dumb mouth. Damn it, bro. There's just no way he actually, like, I know he's stirring the pot, but like, let's be real, bro. Cleared out the division, started giving the same rematches to little guys, you know. Finally goes up to try to be double champ, something he's been saying he wants to do for years. And the second he does that, hey man, I know, dude. And he was supposed to, keep in mind, guys, people forget, he was supposed to do that earlier. Islam was supposed to move up earlier, but Bilal was holding the title. You know, so it was kind of a weird situation for Islam. The second JDM won the title, he was like, brother, let's go for that. So he's been wanting to do it. There was even talks about him and Bilal may have to actually fight. I remember like, oh shit, is it actually going to happen? And then Bilal was like, nah, I never do that. Usman and Kobe suck. But I can't fight my dude, Islam. Cause yeah, we're brothers. And Islam was kind of like, Islam never really said I would never fight him. It was only Bilal saying that. So I could tell Islam like still wanted it. He just wanted to win that title. But once JDM came, that's when the opportunity opened up. It's not that, all of a sudden he just decided I'm going to leave because I'm scared of Ilia. I heard Ilia might come up. Shut your dumb mouth. But then it worked out because him moving up is the reason this guy's champion now, 155 now. But let's see what Ilia says to respond.
Do you think he left the lightweight division because he didn't want to fight you?
I don't know. I don't wanna blame him for something that I don't know 100%. You know what I mean? I don't know the reasons why he moved up, but who cares? I don't care.
Okay. Can I be honest with you, Ilia? That's a great fight. I really want to see you versus Arman.
That's the best thing he said, you know. That might be the best thing Ariel said in like a long time, but all my life I haven't heard him say something this smart. Like this good, this independent, this like strong. That was good by him. Good question. Let's see what he says about this.
Yeah.
I want to see that just as much. So the idea of you moving up is great too, but I think Arman should be fighting you on June 14th. I think he's the number one contender. Yes. What do you think of that?
Let's go, Ariel! Damn.
Listen, as I said in many interviews, I just got the call. They offered me Islam or Justin. I picked Islam. Then they told me that Islam was injured.
Sure.
I was said that I was facing Justin. If they call me tomorrow and they tell me that Justin is injured and I have to fight Arman, I will fight Arman, no problem. If they call me and they tell me that Arman is injured, I have to fight Ariel. I'm gonna fight Ariel,
Please
no
don't.
problem. Like I can, I go whoever, whenever.
Interesting he's saying this. I'm only saying it's interesting because he's saying this because I do remember that when the vacant title was a thing, when Islam went up and then Arman was supposed to fight, I remember Ilia saying, or yeah, it was something along those lines. And I remember Ilia saying, if they make me fight Arman, I'll vacate. Or like, oh, it was after he won. He said, if they make me fight Arman for this title, I'll vacate. I think it's because he was pushing for the Paddy fight, like trying to act like Paddy was a bit more deserving than Arman. You know, even the Charles fight, like Charles fighting Ilia made no sense. Arman beat Charles. Like, but he was saying things along the lines, if he has to fight Arman, he's vacant, he wouldn't fight him, which is weird. So now he's kind of switching that tune and he's saying that, yeah, I'll just do whatever the UFC wants me to do. It's interesting. I just think that's interesting. I wonder what changed from that point. I know my people might be like, he doesn't like Arman, so why would he fight someone he doesn't like? That's a bit, that makes you want to hit somebody. Someone says that. Yeah, man, he didn't like him, so that's fair to Ilia. If he didn't like him, you know what I'm saying? That's not too bad. Shut up, eh? But yeah, at least he's switching his tune. His tune. You know, dude? His tune, dude.
Just, I'm ready for whoever.
Since you last fought and he last fought, Arman has done a great job of getting himself out there through social media and wrestling matches.
True.
Have you been impressed with, because I feel like now he's a bigger star, which makes the fight even bigger.
I'm really impressed of how dumb he is.
Oh, tell me why.
He's a retard. I don't know. He looks like a kid. He's a kid. Like his mentality. He's dumb as fuck. I don't know. Everything that I saw about him in the internet, it's embarrassing. A little bit.
Like what in particular? What makes you feel like he's dumb?
I don't know. Just fuck Arman. Who cares about him?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. See? He took 2 steps forward and 6 steps back. You know, he took more steps back than forward, you know, and I know he did, you know. Guys, it's something. He doesn't like Arman, but not in the like I don't like Paddy way. I want to fight him. More like fuck Arman. Who cares about Arman? That kind of way. The hatred he had for Paddy was like, oh my God, I hate you so much. Get in the octagon with me. Look what I'm gonna look. Watch what I'm gonna do to your jaw. The hatred with Arman is like when people are like, oh, so why don't you like him? He has to elaborate. He's like, yeah, who gives a fuck about Arman? Fuck Arman. He's a nobody. Yeah. You just said you're impressed by how dumb as fuck. He just doesn't like Arman, and he's avoiding Arman because he knows Arman's a real challenge. You guys gotta see. I see things like this, and this is why problem little bit starts for me, and the problem commences. Because if problem commences and starts, then problem starts to happen like this. I don't think Ilia actually wants smoke with him, eh? I feel like there's a disconnect somewhere. There's just a disconnect somewhere where Ilia doesn't really. The reason for not liking him is a bit off, eh? It's a bit. Like he can't really explain himself. It's just always oh fuck Arman. Who cares? Why are we talking about Arman? How about we talk? How about you talk to the hand? Damn it! How about you talk to the hand?
A little bit.
Like what in particular? What
internet? It's embarrassing. A little bit.
Like what in particular? What makes you feel like he's dumb?
I don't know.
You don't know, yeah? You don't know, yeah?
Fuck Arman. Who cares about him?
Okay.
I don't care.
Do you feel like the fight is bigger now, though?
The thing that I don't like is like when they play that they rich and they show all that money, and it's like, bro, you don't even rich. You that poor that the only thing that you have is money, and you are spending your father's money, not even yours. So you know what I mean.
Now I feel like it'd be weird if I said this is like ironic. And I'm not saying Ilia flaunts his money. I don't think Arman really flaunts his money either. Like Arman like he goes on jets, does shit like that. Conor did the same thing. Ilia does the same thing. Like, is he mad that Arman has money and he wants to be the only one with that money swag? I don't know. It's something deeper than just I don't like Arman because he's dumb as fuck. Because he couldn't explain anything, but suddenly he looked like he had a lot to say about this money thing that Arman does. It's his dad's money. And Arman, it's funny because Arman literally goes online and says, it's my dad's money. It's not my money. You know? like the daddy's money narrative. I think it's a bit funny why Ilya's he seems a bit triggered by this. I don't know. It's not an insecurity because I'm sure like Ilya has money, but it's a bit weird. But that's the reason he really doesn't like Arman. Like, who gives a fuck about Arman? Shut your mouth.
Rich, you that poor that the only thing that you have is money, and you are spending your father's money, not even yours. So, you know what I mean. He's a fucking kid.
You tweeted after his last fight, Arman, every time we see each other in person, you freeze up like a scared duck with no idea what to do. You know I handle you however I want. I
remember this.
I fight whoever the UFC chooses. And remember, I slapped you and you just laughed. So can you tell us about this interaction?
I can't believe he said this too. For context, people who don't know, he literally like patted the back of Arman's neck and it was a smack apparently. Crazy, but anyway.
You posted a very quick clip, but what did you feel? What did you see from him when you saw each other?
So the day before of the video that I posted, he tweeted something in Twitter, something like, "If I see you the next time, I do this or that." Like, you know how they play like they all gangsters. And when we cross the paths, they are like, "Oh, how are you? All good." They smile. They like humble. Normal human beings. But in Twitter, everyone is a gangster. Everyone is like, "Oh, let's solve this in the street and all that." Bro, I'm a professional athlete. I'm not a street fighter. I'm not a gangster. You know what I mean?
And so you think this is all just kind of for show?
Yeah. I don't know if it's for show. I think it's because they are dumb as fuck.
Yo, you might be one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life. He's just an idiot. Oh, he's funny as hell. Yeah, like first of all, the interaction. I remember this interaction. The tweets that Arman said the day before. I don't recall them ever happening. Like I remember looking through Twitter, I couldn't really find the tweets. Maybe there is a tweet that someone could find. But it doesn't change the fact that Ilia came up to him very friendly as well. Like if you guys see the video, Ilia comes up to him friendly. They're just patting each other. Like just showing respect, and then Ilia gets. I think it's more weird to like be mad respectful than get on Twitter and be like, "I smacked you, didn't do anything, bro. You didn't do anything. You literally like rubbing his shoulders. You're literally giving him a little neck rub, trying to kiss him on the cheek, and then you go online and say, and then play the tough guy. It's a bit weird to me. But yeah, and I'm not trying to like defend Arman here, like say, but like Arman isn't the type to be like mad friendly if you feel some type of way. Like what I've seen from Arman, if he's like upset with something or angry, he's going to punch you in your face in front. Like he doesn't play like that. I really want to see these two fight. This is all this is making me do. Like I know Ilia's trying to like kind of trash Arman, so we don't want to see it. But like this is just making us want to see it more, kid.
Show, I think it's because they are dumb as fuck.
Fair enough. Did you feel that way to the point where you want to like fight him and prove him wrong, or do you not feel like he's?
That's how you felt with Paddy. With Paddy, he felt that way that he wants to fight and prove him wrong. The sausage.
Did you feel that way to the point where you want to like fight him and prove him wrong, or do you not feel like he's on your level? Because in that tweet you said your level's below me.
He's not on my level. If we cross the paths, like I'm gonna break his job in the first round. Like what he's gonna do? He's gonna take me down, bro. Please listen to me. Calm down. Do your thing. Go to those wrestling tournaments. Do your streams. And whenever the moment that arrives, just make sure to show up, and I'm gonna do the rest. The little weasel.
How do you feel like the fight?
Man, I don't know, man. Like, bro, shut up, Ilia. Yeah, because Gaethje's on your level with these guys. Come on, Ilia. Gaethje, Paddy, none of these guys are on your level, hypothetically speaking. The only person, like, speaking theoretically, who's on his level is Arman Tsarukyan. Like, what? Like, what are we even on about right now? Like, everyone else, like, what? Come on, bro. I just don't like how he's trying to diminish him, but I do like how confident he is. His confidence always, like, makes me start cheesing. I can't lie.
To show up, and I'm going to do the rest. The little weasel.
How do you feel like the fight against Justin plays out? How long do you think it lasts?
If he's not going to start walking backward, I'm going to knock him out in the first round.
Wow.
He's right.
Like, as I always say, I feel that no one can match my level of skills inside the octagon. And when I say that, they start calling me that I'm cocky, that I'm this, that I'm that. But prove me wrong. Like, prove me wrong.
That hasn't happened yet.
It didn't happen yet.
What about the fight against Islam? In your opinion, how would it have played out?
Like when I get the opportunity to fight with someone, I always used to think about what can I do to really shock the world. So with Islam, I'm like, to shock the world, I have to submit him. So this is what I think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna take him down and I'm gonna submit him.
Wow.
Okay, so when the bullshit start bullshitting. Like when they start saying shit like that, yeah, man, I fucking did. How could I shock the world when I play Shaq 101? I'm a dunk on it, man. Shut your stupid mouth. I know you're not doing that, Ilia. You're gonna take down you shoot a takedown. May God have mercy on your soul. You voluntarily give Islam your neck trying to shoot a takedown. When that Darce wakes you up, talk to me in the hospital. You gotta like lock in, bro. I respect when Ilia talks confidently, but when he starts to talk like the confident delusional-esque, I'm like, okay, you're pushing it. Like you're pushing it a bit, bro. Like you knocked out Volk and Max. I'm not surprised by that. I said you would do that. You know, like you finished Charles. I'm not surprised. I said you'd do that. Now, with the whole, I'm going to take down Islam and submit him. Shit. Mama. Get real, buddy. Get real.
Wow. Early, late, what are you feeling?
Wow.
Yeah, like your promotion. Wow
I
FC.
know that, listen, I know that inside yourself, maybe it sounds a little bit weird, like strange, like, listen, how you're going to take him down, how you're going to submit him. But don't be surprised when you are going to see that happen.
I'm not doubting you, by the way. It's just not, you don't hear every day someone say, yeah, I'm going to go out and submit Islam Makhachev. He's that good, especially on the ground.
He's good. Everyone is good. Justin is good. Alex is good. Charles is good.
Wait, who's good? Who the hell's good? Did you just say Justin Gaethje's good? You know, like I just know he lying, bro. But like he could say it again. He could say it again.
Islam Makhachev, he's that good, especially on the ground.
He's good. Everyone is good. Justin is good. Alex is good. Charles.
I think he said it like that because he didn't want to fully give Islam a compliment. He's like, yeah, he's good, but everyone's good. It gives the same energy as like, yeah, man, like he's talented. Yeah, but we're all pretty talented. Yeah, you be quiet, buddy.
Is good. Max is good. Everyone is good, but I'm different.
Fair enough. And so,
I'm the GOAT. Nah.
Are you?
Oh,
Do you feel that way?
He just stopped himself, eh?
Nah. Not really.
I think
Not
you
really.
do.
I don't like.
If he beats Islam, he's the GOAT, undoubtedly, and I'll argue with anyone that for sure. If he goes up and beats Islam, 3-division champ, Volk, Max, Charles, and Islam, man, that sounds AI generated.
I don't like to claim myself as the GOAT of the sport. I always like to leave those decisions to the fans. They are the people that have like the ones that take that decision.
Do you think you're number one pound for pound?
He should.
Of course. It's not that I think, I know so.
A month after your fight, it sounds like we're getting the return of Conor McGregor. And one could argue that would be the biggest fight in the UFC by far, you versus him. Is this something that you're thinking about? Is this something that's on your radar?
Conor ain't taking that fight.
Probably. It's not on my radar, but if I get offered that about that fight, we'll see on where Conor's going to be at that point. If he gets a win, a great comeback, he wins his next fight, and I get offered that fight, we'll see.
It's not something you'll ask for?
I never close the doors for those kind of opportunities. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Even if we are not on the same level right now, maybe on the popularity and all that, like he's popular and a lot of people knows about him, but as sports-wise, we all know that he's almost done.
True.
Do you think he beats Max?
I don't. You never know. I thought that Max was going to beat Charles, and
he does not beat Max.
He lost by complete domination. So I don't know. With Conor, you never know. You never know. Sometimes he goes in, he makes it look easy. Sometimes he lost to Nate Diaz. Bro, when you lose to Nate Diaz, it's very difficult to make predictions about someone like him.
Yo, this guy is the funniest guy ever. He's so right though. Oh, Nate beat him, eh? Oh, Nate beat this guy. I don't know if you guys remember watching that live. For the people who watch it live, that shit felt fake, bro. At first, it kind of made me realize Conor's gas tank is like, what really is that? When you lose to Nate Diaz, you can never pick a fight confidently again, eh?
No, you never know. Sometimes he goes in, he makes it look easy. Sometimes he lost to Nate Diaz, bro. When you lose to Nate Diaz, it's very difficult to make predictions about someone like him.
You don't rate Nate very high.
Bro, he sucks. He's a punching bag.
This is 2016 Nate Diaz. 10 years ago, he was in his prime.
It doesn't matter, bro. He sucks. He's a fucking punching bag.
Ilia, we've missed you.
Oh, man.
Come on, man. I miss you too.
We missed you. Congratulations on Richard Mille.
Thank you very much.
I'm not trying to hear all that other hoopla. Is there anything else that they talk about that's eventful? Because if not, I'm probably going to pack it up there. Well, that was a wrap, man. You know, Topuria's likable, eh? Like, I don't know why some people don't want me to like him. Like, bro, guys, he's funny. He has a confidence. He's not delusional. I don't think he's delusional because I think everything he says, he legitimately believes, and that's enough for me to be a fan. But yeah, I had to react to that. I was getting some DMs to react to it, and I'm glad I did. Ilia's one of a kind. I would love to see him after he destroys Gaethje to give Arman a look. The thing is, guys, Islam's not going to be around for too long. I actually think this is going to be one of those fights we talk about that we wanted to see so bad that we never got to see. But I'm okay with not seeing Islam versus Arman if I am guaranteed by the end of the year Arman versus Ilia. And that's the only if. If I get neither of them, there's going to be a problem with me and UFC. You get what I mean. But let me know what you guys think about this Topuria interview. I think he's a bit crazy in the best way possible. That's it for me. God bless. 2, 3, 4.